Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Barkanmu da sake haɗuwa a cikin sati na uku a nan Caliphate Tech Solutions Limited, da karatunmu na web development. Cikin wannan satin under this video ƙarƙashin CSS programming za mu yi magana akan abubuwa guda uku. Abu na farko, wannan bidiyo ɗin za mu magana akan text. So mun ga cewa can cikin HTML muna da damar da za mu iya formatting text ɗinmu mu ba shi font size, italic and other things like that. So mostly abin da yake faruwa shine a can cikin HTML is very difficult to use it there. Saboda a duk inda muke son mu sa abinmu, so we have to go there and put it in tag, then the tag will do it there. So that is why CSS ya shigo a ciki. Wannan tsarin sai ya ga cewa za mu iya amfani da CSS mu yi automating ɗin wannan tags ɗin. So abu na farko shine about a text. Misali, if you are working with a bunch of text on your page, you need to apply some CSS in order to modify it, make it nice looking. Among them we have kamar muna da yansu line spaces, text alignment, word spacing, letter spacings and other things like that related to them. So waɗannan abubuwan su za mu fara dubawa. So we have bold, we have italic, underline and other things. Look at Microsoft, just like the way Microsoft work with words. So therefore CSS2 can help you to format your text the way Microsoft format is on. So now, without wasting much of our time, let's just get in. So we already have our HTML ready for us, and then this HTML contains some paragraphs and from the last week. Let me get rid of this link. Okay, now if I get rid of this link, we already have Caliphate Tech Solutions Limited, right? And just like that. Okay. Now, if you save this file here, then refresh it on your browser here, you'll be able to see, yes, I don't like this border here. How can I get rid of it? This style is coming from, I think, my CSS here. Yes, my CSS here. I don't like any. Okay, I can leave it here so that I will come here and start writing my CSS here, right? So look at this here. So style is very simple to do, right? Let's start looking for the first characteristics. Now, as time goes on, the lecture will be up far now you to the extent that we have to work with a material to guide us through, right? So look at this. We have what we can change the text color of the text. For instance, at the beginning, if you like to change the text color, maybe to red or the blue or the green, that one is very cool, very easy to do, right? So you just come to your text here, you now say color, right? Color, give space, you say red. If you want to make it red, if you want to make it purple, write purple there. So refresh this page, you see the text is now become red. So this one doesn't have much things to do, right? If you want blue, change this value to blue. If you want green, change this one to green. Alright, very easy to do. If you see this one here, you come down here, refresh this page here, now the text is now in green color. What we need to do, let me just make it bold so that you can't actually see what is there. Alright, let me come down here. How can I make it bold? Either to put this around the B tag or maybe from the CSL before it there. Let me just do this one. B tag here. and beta here. Okay, save this and come back to my CSS here and refresh this page here. Yes, we see our text in bold, so you can see what is there, or maybe let me make it H1. Let me make it H1. Let me make it H1 so that it can be border H1. Good. I think it's okay. Yes. Refresh this one. Yes, you can see it very okay. Alright. We can, let me zoom it. Yes, for you to be able to see it very well. Yes, okay. Going on by our next topic to be discussing after this text color, you can change it to red, blue, green, or white. We also need text alignment. Text alignment is like this one, right? Making it this side, or making it at the center, or making it at the left side, or making it at this side. That one is really simple to do in the CSS, right? So how do we do that? We do text align. We write it like this. Where is our CSS? We write it like this. Text align. Text align. Maybe you give it, let's say, want it to be at the center. Semicolon. Then you save it here. So this our text is a little bit bold. I think I have to I didn't save it. Yes, I didn't save anything here. Yes, text align center, logo center. Okay, text align center. Maybe I have to make this text a little bit smaller before you'll be able to see it there. Let me remove it from here, from the H1 here. Okay, now save this file. Text align is now become at the center, right? So if you want it to be at the left, you just need to change this CSS property to be the left. Then you save it. Yes, it's now at the left. If you want to be at the right, you change the property at the right, it will go to the right. So text alignment, there is what you call text decoration. Text decoration, only look at here for some style. Maybe you put underline to it, or you put other decoration to the text. You want to remove all the decorations, or maybe you want to add some decorations to it. And let's say text decoration. Let me give you this text decorations of, let's say, line through. Let me say, okay, text decoration. Text decoration. Let me say line through. The right row. Right through. Semicolon here. Save it here. Look at this decoration. You see, line through. It's just like a Dale, something inside another things like that. So sometimes if I comment this, then if I remove this line through, I say text decoration none. it will remove all the text decoration that was there. They say none, right? Text decoration none. If you save this, you will remove all the unnecessary decorations to it. You see that? Yes. We also have underline text decoration. If you want to have underline text decoration, you can also do underline like this. Underline, but this one has some issues with some browsers. I don't know. Underline text decorations. You see, you have underline. So if you have any kind of decorations to your text, you want to remove it to the text there, you just use text decoration none, as you see it here. Just decoration none, right? We also, I didn't talk about this, we have justification. We have justify inside the text alignment. You know, justify like this, justify like this one. Yes. Then text transformation also is very important. What is this text transformation? Text transformation is a kind of transforming text. Maybe your text is in lower cases, you want to make them in upper cases like that, or maybe they're in upper cases, or you want to make them in lower cases like that. So let's try text transform. Use this word, text that transform. Maybe you can say uppercase. You see that semicolon? You're transforming our text to upper cases. Refresh this page, see all our cases has now been transformed into upper cases like that. Okay, that one is very simple. If you want the lower cases, you can use the lowercase. Lowercase, all of them in small letters. If you want them to capitalized, what's the capitalize? Capitalize is capitalizing each letter. Let's see, each word there should be in capital form. That's capitalize. Okay. Let me use capitalize. Right? If you see this one, now come down here and refresh this. You see each word, first letter is capital, and this one is already capitalized. Already is in uppercase. That's why you see the first one is only interested in the first one there. Okay. Then we have what we call text indentation. Sometimes I don't think this one is useful for now, but I'll teach you how you can do that. Sometimes if you're writing before, in our olden days, if you're writing a letter or paragraphs, you need to give some space. Let's say this one like this. You need to give some space like this as to indicate that this is a paragraph for the first line, like that. So now this is what we call text indentation. Text indentation is very useful. It's very easy to do in JavaScript and CSS. You just need to say text indent and specify the amount of pixel you want to leave as index. Then no problem with that. Let's give it a try. You can see we can't observe this until maybe we have a bunch of texts on our page. Text indent. Let's say text indent. Text indent. Let's say 50 pixel. Let me give 50 pixel of it like that. So if you now save this file here, you prompt your browser, refresh it. You know that this text is starting from this point, right? So if you refresh this one now, you see it left a little space, but the next line coming down here will start at this point. This shows that you have indexed your text like that. If you want to prove that, copy this one, duplicate it twice, or maybe I think we can even try it. Let me copy this one, then maybe paste it like this. Save it here. Then come down here, refresh this page. because you see that this one is now coming down. This shows that this is the first line indented and good to go like that. Okay, after this text indentation, we also have letter spacing. What is letter? We have letter A, B, C, D in the text. I want to create this. Let me show you here. Let's say letter A here and C here and A here. All of this letter, maybe the space is in between the letters is too small. I want to create more space between the letters. Therefore, we'll call letter spacing here. So letter spacing property is used to specify a space between a character and the text. So how do you do that? Very simple. Just specify letter spacing. You give a kind of amount of space you want in pixel. It will just work like that. All right. So very simple to do. Letter spacing. Let me come down here and say letter spacing. Letter spacing. Let's say let me give it 3 pixel. 3 pixel. Letter spacing. Did I save? I didn't save. Yes, I save here. Then I refresh this one. You'll see a kind of space increase between the letters. If you like to use this kind of style, no problem, go ahead and use it. And we also have the next thing, maybe line height. Line height is a very practical use of text. Maybe if you are using Microsoft Word, you definitely know what's called line height. Line height, this text now is like 1.5. If you want to increase your line height, you come here and pick whatever. So that's similar one we want to do, right? The space between this line and the next line will increase or decrease, whatever you want. So now let's see, I want to make my line height of my browser between this line to this line, create a little space among them. This is not margin. This is not margin because they are inside the same paragraph, the same element, right? So this is not also padding, right? So people might not explain it as padding. Padding doesn't care about this one and this one, right? It is care about the entire things as an element and create space before the entire thing. So now for us to do that, we need to specify line height and the space here, right? You can see line height, let's say 2. 2 is okay. Or maybe if you can increase it to right pixel, no problem. 2 pixel or whatever. Line height 2. You can even put 1.8, 1.7, or 1.5, 15, or whatever. So it's very simple to control there. You didn't see it before. Okay. Let me see. Should I save it? Refresh it. See, we create space between the lines. So apart from this, we have the next thing we discussed, I think, text direction. Text direction is very simple to use. What we mean by direction is text direction. The direction property will be able to kind of change the direction of the text. Maybe some text are starting from right to the left or left. And by default, the text are supposed to be from right to the left. For instance, left to the right, I mean, from here to here, going to the left, right? But sometimes if you want your text to start from here to here, or maybe depending on how, maybe in Arabic text or some other things like that, you don't want them to start from left to right, or you want them to start from right to left, whatever you want to do, no problem with that, right? So text direction will be able to make you use it in that way if you want to use it in that way. So all you just need to do is very simple. You just write direction, then you put right. This R is right, this T is to, then left, right, the other L, right, RTL. Now for us to do that, you now say direction, you can say right, this T is to, then L is left, right? So you can save it here. Yes, you save it. You come here, refresh this page. You will see right to left or left to right. From right to left, because yes, it's from right to left. You see that it gives an indent here, right? The noun start coming from right to left. Indent first, then no, I don't even know how I can explain this one, Sha. But no problem with that. That is how we use this, and then that's how it works like that. Okay, it's not easy to even read. Which gives an indentation. Start giving an indentation from here, indentation. Then as this goes like that, then it come back like here, and it come back like here. If you write something there now, keep coming to this way like that. Okay, that is the direction property of CSS. Now, apart from direction property, we have word spacing. Let's say you want your space between a word, which will be the last property we'll be talking about in this class today. Word spacing. If you want to create a space, kamar idan kana so ka create a space, this is the word and this is the word, maybe this space between this word and this word. The other one we do is from letter to letter, character to character. Right now we are going to do a word spacing in between a word. How do you do that? You just say word spacing, you give it a kind of space. If you like, you can use negative sign to reduce it and positive sign to increase it. If it is too much, maybe you want to reduce it, you use negative sign to reduce it, and if it's like much, you want to increase it, you use positive sign. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Word spacing. Let me come here and do it. Therefore, I say word spacing. Word spacing. Let's say 10 pixels, so that you'll be able to see it very well. Save it here. Then come to your browser here, refresh it. Ask me later, please. Okay. Now word spacing. Okay, save now. If I now refresh it here, maybe a kind of space is okay like that. But word spacing. Okay, word. That may spell the word. Word spacing. There. Save it here. Then I can refresh it here, refresh this page here. You see, yes, the space in between word has been increased. So that is all what we have for this text formatting class with CSS. So if you want to format anything with CSS can give you a kind of cool things. Also, in the magana cewa kila, why do we have to like format our text? me yasa da dai sauransu, since we can easily format it from the HTML and HTML is simple to use. Za ku kawo inda za ku ga cewa za ku yi ya kamata a ce kun formatting text ɗin nan automatically from the CSS. CSS za ka iya sa code ɗin a waje guda ɗaya kawai. It work for different purposes, different places. Amma HTML, all of them sai ka je ka yi editing ɗin shi da dai sauransu. So that is it for this class, and we'll meet in the next class where we'll be talking about fonts. Font is very also cool aspect of programming in CSS. We talk about that inshallah. Thank you for watching. See you in the next. If you have any comment, reserve your comment to interactive class. Thank you.